Welcome to The Whole You with Mary Beth and Gina, the Guru Girls.
Hi everyone.
Hello, how are you guys doing? Like you can answer that, but that's okay.
We're back and Happy New Year.
Yes.
I know that we did a fudge
For
thing
Valentine's Day.
but I don't think we actually ever said Happy New Year. So.
I don't think No, I don't think so.
It's all good.
Yes.
So we did our little fudge thing, and we haven't put that out on the web yet, but that was intended for, good ideas for Valentine's Day for when you're showing love for others.
Yes.
And we wanted to talk today about self-love and how important that is, and we need to be able to, we can't fully love anyone else until we love ourselves.
Yeah, and I think, the way we're raised is we're told it's selfish to put yourself first. And I think a lot of times what we don't realize or what we've come to know in today's world is really taking care of yourself first and making sure that you're feeling good and that you're healthy and you're vibrant and everything's good needs to be in place in order for you to be there for other family members, your kids, your significant other, your friendships. And people just get caught up in it's selfish. It's not.
Yeah, and I was that way when I was younger. I never understood the flight attendant's warning on the airplanes about placing the air over your nose and mouth before before your loved one. And I always thought, well, that's stupid. I want to save them first. I would never do that. I want to save them. And then I didn't even think about, well, duh. How am I going to help them once it's on if I'm like,
You're not breathing.
door.
Oh, yeah. No, it doesn't work that way.
So methods of self-love is what we're talking about today.
Exactly. Personality types. We've got introverts, we've got extroverts. Introverts, I'm an introvert, like fill their cup when they can have that alone time. So for example, I go to an annual conference. In between sessions, I will go back up to the hotel room and I will just take a few minutes to reset in my quiet space and quiet time. And then I have other colleagues that attend the conference and they are extroverts and they prefer to stay down in the heart of it. They're going to all the booths, they're hanging out with all their buddies, and when we meet up again, they're all refilled and excited and ready for the next session. And I'm refilled, excited, and ready for the next session. But in the way that we filled our cups was two different ways of doing it. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I've recently recognized that for me, because I'm kind of borderline. Whenever I did the Myers-Briggs tests when I was younger, I was always borderline extrovert or introvert, depending on what I was doing in my life. And a lot of people think I'm very extroverted because I'm bubbly and I'll talk your ear off and, I'll get up in front of 10,000 people and perform, and it doesn't bother me. But in actuality, if I don't know you or if, we're at a party or something, I'm a wallflower. I'll just stand on the wall until somebody communicates with me, unless it's a polite hello or something, I'll definitely do that. But so, because in the olden days,
the olden days.
So great, the olden days, that would be pre Gina loves herself days,
Yes.
I guess.
Yeah.
I found that it was very much part of my identity of being the hub and being the person who everyone would come to my house and I'd have the parties and I would make the pasta and people would just show up and I'd throw some cookies in the oven, and it was just a part of me that was very I guess part of a validation, I guess.
Yeah.
So anyway, now I think all of my friends probably think I'm rude because I'm not that way anymore. And they'll pop over and, ring the doorbell, knock the door, and I'll open the door. I'm just like, you didn't call. Why didn't you call? And I don't mean to be rude, but it's my time.
Yes.
And I need that time. And people, even up into the last couple of years, I think they thought, oh, well, Gina's always there. Gina's always Gina. And it's like, no, Gina needs to do things for her. I need to do things for me to recharge. So I've been really enjoying my charging time, even though my friends probably take offense to it.
Well, no, you got to understand too, you've got like 3 different jobs going on right now. You've got a lot of pokers, that you've got in the fire, and you've got to figure out for you need that downtime. You need that reset time for yourself. I'm kind of going through the same thing where I've got a lot of different opportunities and I'm trying to decide where I want to shift things and how I want to take my practice to the next level. And I was saying earlier to her, I need those weekends where I can just reset, spend time with my husband and relax and think and be in that creative space. Because being in
Yes.
that creative space, you get your best ideas too.
Absolutely.
People think sitting in silence is not a good thing. That's self-love. Because some of your biggest messages or creative ideas come during that time.
Oh yeah, when you're in connection with self, higher self, connection with spirit or God. Yeah.
Exactly.
Grounding yourself, opening yourself up to the possibilities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And another thing I think people tend to do is give away their energy as well.
Oh my gosh, I've done that for so many years. It wasn't until recently that I realized that. And people didn't mean to suck it from me. I allowed it, obviously, but I was always there for people, always. And I know that sounds selfish for me to not be there for people, but in a lot of cases I was enabling them. I was always there for them so they didn't have to figure stuff out for themselves, and I was the first person they would call. And I would be patient and I would keep my voice calm on the phone, but in my mind I'm like, really, we talked about this a week ago. Why is this still happening? You know, and so I was trying to be kind and loving to them, but in the same respect it was exhausting me because they weren't moving forward. They weren't choosing to learn from whatever it was they were struggling with. So I was putting that burden on myself.
And that's the other thing too. There's a couple great points that came out of that. Number one, boundaries. You've got to have boundaries in your life. It keeps your energy in with you. It doesn't give it away. It allows you the space you need. And the other thing too is recognizing not taking care of people. Truly taking care of people is giving them tools to take care of themselves.
Yes.
And to hold space for them. And what do I mean by holding space for them? Is that you can listen almost as if the energy field of yourself is out here, and you can truly listen to them, but not take on what they're saying, and just be there to listen.
Yeah.
And kind of lead them into taking charge of their own life.
Bluesy calls that compassionate disconnection.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's okay to be disconnected. It's okay to be disconnected with somebody in that way where you don't have to take on and own their stuff. It's okay. Because that actually drains you and it's actually giving your energy away. So that actually makes you not feel good, sicker, whatever. But when you can sit there and just put them out here in this space and listen, then that's great. And knowing when to as well. Like if you are completely depleted and you're getting that phone call from that friend, it's probably in your best interest to just look at caller ID and say, you know what, at this time, I'm not going to call Susie Q.
Yeah.
I need to get in a better space myself before I'm ready to kind of just hold space for her.
Totally. Yeah.
And that's self-love as well.
It is. And, you know, in my world, it was very difficult for me to set the boundaries. It was really difficult. I felt like I was abandoning people. I felt like I was letting them down. I was disappointing them. And I was given pushback with that same thing. I mean, the people were, oh, and this isn't like you, and why are you doing this? And you could tell they were fearful of that disconnection because they thought it meant I wasn't going to be their friend anymore, and it was the end of our relationship, and it was very difficult transition for both of us, all of us. But I feel like I've adapted fine. I'm not sure if they have completely yet, but
you can't own that.
I can't own
That's
that.
their stuff.
That's on them and how they choose to learn and to love themselves. So it might be challenging, is all I'm putting out there. But stick it through because it will be better for you. It has been for me, definitely.
Exactly. It's just being patient with yourself, loving yourself.
Yeah, and we were talking about the busyness, and we've talked about it several times on these vlogs. Is that what they're called?
Vlogs, yeah.
Our videos. Yes. And so Mary Beth had mentioned earlier that we all have lots of pokers in the fire, especially she and I, with trying to create our business and be there for people, and our businesses are very servicing businesses.
Correct.
So we want to make sure that we're there for people, but it's also taxing with all of the pokers. And I had to actually lighten my load at the end of the end of January. I got some bad news, well, not bad news, sad news, disappointing news about the space that I was using for Gina's Kitchen. And you know that I adore Gina's Kitchen, but I actually had to step back and think about the wholesale stuff that I was doing, I was using it as kind of a badge of honor, I think. Maybe validating that I was a real business because the coffee shops wanted my product, and so I was making it for them. And honestly, it was kind of, it's like I was getting that response from people. Like when you do a movie or an actor or whatever, I'm an actor and Mary Beth's an actor, and oh, well, have I seen you in anything? Well, I don't know. Can I go buy your movie? No. Which, by the way, you can now, but I'll get to that later. But it was the same thing with the coffee shop, because people I didn't feel like they were taking me seriously until they heard I was in the coffee shop, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, so then I was taking on that energy of, oh, I'm only valid if someone else sells my product, when in fact every person who purchases Gina's Kitchen or tastes Gina's Kitchen loves it.
Yeah.
So that right there is what I love about Gina's Kitchen, and I had to put off the wholesale because I lost the space basically, and I was gonna go find a new one, and I told Blue Feather it's not gonna stop me, and I'm just gonna get another space, and she was like, well, should you? Maybe you need to step back, and maybe this is part of your struggle. And honestly, I felt sick to my stomach. Thursday nights would roll around. My friends would tell you at Cape when I was working, I'm like, oh, it's Thursday. I have to go to the commissary tonight. Ugh, I don't want to drive 45 minutes. I don't want to clean the bowls. I don't want to do all of that stuff. And it was like, well, why am I doing it then?
Exactly. It's
So I
that
really
gut
had
punch.
to step back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mourned it. I did. I cried. And it was hard for me to hear that from Bluesy, but I listened, and now I feel better because I don't have to go up there on Thursday nights. I can do one of your meditation classes
There
instead.
you go. Yay! I think too, it's a retrograde right now, Mercury retrograde, and so many people freak out when they hear that. Oh my gosh, the world's falling. No, really, 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 what it is it's time to step back and really look at your life. What's serving you, what's no longer serving you, especially this particular one in Pisces that we're going through right now. And I'm coming up against that too, with having to look at what's serving me, what's no longer serving me. And I just saw an email today that came through that really got me thinking. And it was about, are you gathering or are you doing? And it was like, are you gathering all this information and just taking on all this information, and you're not really doing anything towards your goals or your business goals or whatever it is? So I feel like that was a huge clue to me, like, okay, I really need to step back and think, am I gathering, and is the doing that I'm doing effective towards my goals right now? So just another piece of recognition and realizing where I need to put my energy.
Yeah, because that gathering can be kind of like hoarding, right?
Correct.
You gather a bunch of stuff in your house, and you have nowhere to nowhere to put it. It's not useful.
Exactly.
I have a closet full of clothes that fit that description, and I just bought some more because I can't fit into those clothes anymore. So I need to purge those and not think about when I can fit into them again. And and just get rid of the gathering.
Exactly. And when you create that space, when you get rid of what's no longer serving you, it leaves the space open for more new and what's perfectly aligned for you. That's how you know you're in alignment with everything. So,
I love that.
yeah, it's all part of self-love.
Yes. Aww.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
This has been great. Thank you guys so much for being here with us all the time. You're amazing.
Exactly. And please, 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 below, comment. Anything you want to see, hear us talk about. We know topic is, we can always find out information on. So it's not a problem.
Yeah.
And then
I'll always have something to say about everything.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Always remember to follow us.
Subscribe,
and turn the bell
on so that you, as a subscriber, know when we post.
Yes, and we're learning this stuff. We're hoping to get some of the social media things figured out, and
yeah, I don't envy you.
Those
working on this.
So I'm working on that for us and for my business. So we'll keep you guys posted on all that fun stuff.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so much, you guys. We love you very much.
Yes.
Take care of yourselves.
All right. Bye.
Bye.